A UFC 280, guys, headlining Charles Oliveira, defending his belt. I don't care about the weigh-in stuff. He is the champion. Everyone thinks of him as the champion. He's finally taking on Islam Makhachev. Islam is getting that title fight. I personally think he deserves. I think a lot of people think he deserves it. Whether you do or you don't, it's a really interesting matchup. And for me, guys, I think Islam Makhachev is going to walk away the victor, but I'll tell you how. So obviously Charles Oliveira is on that 11-fight win streak. Missed the weight last time out. Who cares? He is the champion. For me, guys, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, these sort of guys, Tony Ferguson, these are elite. They are crazy elite fighters. Charles Oliveira has had difficulty with some fighters, even on that win streak. We'll get into that. But Charles Oliveira has just improved so dramatically. His defense is still a bit shaky. He gets hit a lot, and that's a major concern. But not for this fight in particular. So with Charles Oliveira's stance, that high knee bouncing up and down, not saying it takes away the kick, but it negates a lot of the damage those calf kicks are going to be doing to people. When he has that base, he doesn't mind doing it as well because he doesn't mind dropping to his back. No one wants to mess with his guard. His back attacks are lethal. They really are. Front kicks to the body and that left hook that he landed on Michael Chandler, the straight right and the left hook, those are his money shots right now standing. He has so much power and precision, and he just physically looks a beast right now, and the guy's a machine. He really is phenomenal. So Islam Makhachev, guys, doesn't get hit. This is a major thing for me I want to put out there. He just doesn't get hit. He did get knocked out, yes, by Adriano Martins. Fair play, really good shot as well. You know, I'm not going to say it's a fluke because it's not a fluke at this level. It can't be at that high level. But he got caught, he made a mistake, and he's learned from it massively. Winning the World Championships in Sambo as well, guys. 74 kilos, gold medalist, 2016. Shows the level he's at with his Sambo. His wrestling, his takedowns, his trips. Body lock to trip as well. Phenomenal. We can Taitoshi almost, Ashigorami, like kind of all the judokas out there will correct me on whatever he's doing, but the hip tosses he's doing. Landing in side control, full weight down, pressure, slams. He's got it all. He can suplex you. The grappling this guy possesses to get you to the floor is so scary and damaging. When he gets you to the floor, you're already hurt, which is why he just controls and just slips through like butter. Knife through butter to get into those dominant positions like mount, side control, whatever it may be, where he can either, you know, ground and pound you to death or just submit you as he normally does. Islam Makhachev has 10 submissions on his record currently. Does go to the decision quite a lot, but Charles Oliveira has lost 3 times by submission. Don't forget that. He can also be submitted. Yes, not in recent memory, but it can happen. His BJJ is so feared amongst top level guys. But let's hear the thing. I want to throw this back because not many people are talking about the fact here. I've seen a couple really good YouTube videos on this already, which kind of beat me to the punch of my notes, where I circled it in big letters. Kevin Lee. That name is very important to this fight because Kevin Lee is, I think we can all agree, he's had a roller coaster of a career. I think we can all agree he's first and foremost a wrestler. He is a very, very basic version, in my opinion, of Islam Makhachev. He has probably better striking than Islam. I think Islam needs a bit more credit than he deserves. His kickboxing is very good. It's not obviously the level of a lot of the other guys in this division he's striking because his grappling is just so good. I think it douses the fire of his striking a little bit. People don't really fear the striking as much, but man, the guy can crack. But Kevin Lee, guys, Kevin Lee is the main reason here because Kevin Lee took the fight to Charles Oliveira with wrestling. He was like, do you know what? I'm not going to strike with you. I'm going to grapple with you. The amount of attacks Charles was throwing off his back, ridiculous, right? Eventually, he obviously did catch Kevin Lee, but that wasn't because Kevin was stupid enough to get caught, in my opinion. That's because he completely gassed. Same the way he lost to Tony Ferguson. That first fight against Tony Ferguson, he grappled him, mounted him. It's that, obviously he had staph infection in that first round though, but he did mount him. And it was just showed the power and the precision of his wrestling as well, and how he could just slip through these positions, you know, advanced control so easily. And he time and time again got Charles Oliveira down. Kevin Lee was winning that fight up until that point, but the main thing about that fight is Charles Oliveira was gassing big time in that 3rd round. This fight is 5 rounds. Islam Makhachev will not slow down and he does not gas. Islam Makhachev is not going to entertain the striking in this fight. Islam Makhachev is going to get a body lock and he's going to trip him down and he will not let him back up. He will not fear the jiu-jitsu because it time and time again has out-grappled world champion jiu-jitsu practitioners by just running through their guard, just smushing them, control. Same the way Khabib did. Everyone said, oh, you know, Justin Gaethje's wrestling will negate a lot of Khabib stuff. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Time and time again, ran through people's guards. It's no problem. Maybe he's not gone against someone as high level as Charles Oliveira off his back. Fair enough. That is a fair enough comment and assessment. But for me, guys, I just think Islam Makhachev is his wrestling and his control. It's just, that's the thing. He controls you to make you quit. He controls you and you gas, and then he gets you. He waits for that moment. And for me, guys, I just think he's absolutely going to smash Charles Oliveira to bits. Charles Oliveira has looked damn impressive, guys, but I personally think Islam Makhachev is going to come out the first round, grapple Charles to the floor, and just rinse and repeat until he either subs him or wins by decision. I think it's going to be a decision, but I think it's going to be a 5-round domination, which is probably a very hot take in that sense. Of a lot of people will not agree with it, because a lot of people love Charlie Olives, very high on him. I adore the guy, but I adore Islam more, and I really have put a lot of thought into this. And I just, unless Islam somehow falls in love with striking, which he's never done and never will do, I don't see how Charles Oliveira is going to escape the pressure that Islam Makhachev can put on you, because it's another level and it's something to be feared. And if Khabib is speaking that highly of his grappling and that these guys have no chance against him, I'd listen to the guy, because I didn't listen to him for years and he kept making me wrong. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you are new, and check out fullreptile.co.uk. They are the sponsors of this channel and this video. Check out their stuff. They've got good merchandise, obviously run by Dan Hardy and Owen Oxley out there. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Enjoy the fight. Cheers.